Welcome back student. Welcome to my tutorial. I am Vidyabhushan Kara, your computer teacher. Let's back to our school. I hope you are fit and fine. Let's learn computer online. Our book name is Linux Base Cloud. Let's read our second chapter. The chapter name is Working in Ubuntu. So let's read. Basically, Ubuntu is an operating system. It is a operating system of Linux. It is a Linux operating system. Okay, as you know that Linux is what? Free version operating system. You can download. You can simply download this operating system from the internet, and you can install in your computer. Okay, let's read about more about our Ubuntu. Okay, learning in this chapter means what are the things we learn in this chapter? Introduction to Ubuntu, browsing files on your computer, home folder, files, file manager, changing view of files or folder, sorting files or folder, changing system setting, troubleshooting, universal access, and onboard. So let's start. Introduction to Ubuntu. Okay. Ubuntu, previously known as Ubuntu Education Edition, is an official education solution of the Ubuntu operating system. Designed for use in schools, homes, and communities, it has been developed by Canonical Private Limited in 2004 as a derivative of Ubuntu. Understood? So it is a part of Ubuntu. The primary goal of Ubuntu is to enable the teachers to set up and manage the computer lab with limited technical knowledge and skills. Okay, next. Understood this paragraph? Okay, next. Browsing files on your computer. Means how to browse the files in Ubuntu operating system. Okay, Ubuntu provides two ways to search the files. One method is to search a file by typing its name in the search bar of the folder or drive, and the other process is to either use the dash window to type the name of a file or folder in the search bar. Okay, there are two processes. Understood or not? One process is you can search the file by typing its name in the search bar. Okay, here as you can see, this is your search bar, this is your search button is there, you can type the name, or you can use the dash window to type the name of a file or folder in the search bar. The file or folder will appear under the files and folder section. Here this is your dash window. Okay, next, what is written? Or select the file manager on the launcher to access commonly used folders such as desktop, documents, music, downloads, pictures, videos, trash, as well as most recently accessed file. Okay, this is your home window. This is a picture of home window. If you have installed this Ubuntu, then you can easily know all these things. Okay, next, home folder. Let's read about home folder. The home folder is used to store personal file. The home folder is created when your user account is created. When you open this folder, you will find a collection of several folders, including desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, and trash. These folders are created automatically during the installation process. You can add more files and folder in them as desired. Understood? So this is the work of home folder. Next, files file manager. Files file manager. Okay, this is a picture of files file manager. Okay, next, this is a picture of also searching files folder. You can search the files here. As Microsoft Windows have Windows Explorer to browse files and folder, similarly Ubuntu uses the files file manager. It is useful for accessing and organizing files and folders stored in a computer. Understood? These are the things we have to know. Okay, if we know all these things, then we can able to work in Ubuntu softwares, okay, or Ubuntu operating system. Then the files name, the files manager window. Click on the dash icon. So this is your dash icon. This icon is known as dash icon. Type files in the search bar. See, this is the dash icon. You can type the name of the file. Okay, the files icon will appear in the dash window. Click on file icon to open the folder, or click on the files icon in launcher. Okay, launcher is there. Okay, like here start button is there or not? Huh? Like this in Windows, start button is there or not? Like in Ubuntu launcher is there. Okay, Ubuntu opens the home window. It is divided into two panes as shown in the figure 2.3. It will open like this, and you can see the pictures. Okay, next, the left pane of the file browser title places displays the commonly used folder as shown in the home folder. It also displays the device and network options. The right pane displays the contents of the folder that is selected in the left pane. Okay, so here you can see this is your home window. So many folders are there. Okay, this is your left pane, this is your right pane. Okay, then places. Places is a kind of a folder that allows you to organize and manage documents, music, pictures, videos, and other files or folders in one place. Places gathers files that are sorted in different locations but hides the actual location. You can search and access any files and folder on your system using Places features. When you open Files folder, you can view commonly used folders under Places like Recent, Home, Desktop, Documents, Download, Music, Pictures, Videos, and Trust. Click on the required folder from the left pane to display the files and folders stored in it. So these are the things under the Places. Okay, these you can see under the home windows options. Then changing views of files and folders, like how you are changing the icons or any views like large, small. Let's read in about how you can change all these things in Ubuntu. Okay, so changing views or views of files or folder. In Ubuntu, you can view files or folder either in the list view or in the icon view. Okay, icon view. Let's read icon view. This is the default view of displaying your files and folder as icon. To view files and folder as icon, what you have to do? Click on the view items as a grid of icons button. See, this is your icons buttons. Okay, located on the top right corner of the home window, or click on the view icon options. The files and folders will display as a grid of icons. Understood? So these are the steps to view the icons. So you can see this is what is written in figure 2.4 using icon view option. Okay. So next, list view. This option This option listed the files and folder with their details, information including name, size, type, date, and time when the file was last modified. To view files and folders as a list, click on the view item as a list icon located on the top right corner of the home window, or click on the view list option. Then the files and folders will display in the forms of a list. So these are the steps how to view in list. Understood or not? This is your icon view. So see how the large icons you can see. This is your list view. So these are the different list, okay, with their details you can see. So using figure 2.5 using list view option. So there are two views are there. Understood? So this is the things, changing view or files of folder. So you can see like this or you can see like this. This is details. This is without details. You can able to see only the folder and folder name. Here folder and folder name, and also details when it was created and on which date, okay, and when it was modified also. All the details you can see. Next, sorting files or folders. How we can sort the files, okay, in ascending or descending, okay, like this. What is written? Sorting means arranging the files and folders by specifying different parameters such as their names, dates, modified types, date modified types, and size. Sorting options appear only when you have selected the icon view. Okay, so you have to select the icon view, then you can sort it. Okay, next, by name. By name, how you can sort this? Click on the view menu and select the option by name. The file and folder will be arranged in alphabetical order as shown in the figure 2.6. Here, selecting by name option. Okay, you can select by name. Here, the options will appear. You can select by name option. If you select by name, all the letter will select and will appear in alphabetical order. Okay, next, by size means how can you see the files or folder. So these are the different views or settings. Okay, next, by size. Click on the view menu and select the option by size. So you can select from the option. The files or folder will be displayed according to the size. The largest file or folder will be displayed at the list at the last position in the list as shown in the figure 2.7. So here it is 2.7. This is selecting by size option. You can select if you choose by size, then the which size is bigger. Suppose you have saved one movie which is 3 GB, and all the other files or folder are less than that file. So that file will becomes in the top, and other files will come in the below. Okay, this is the this will happen when you select by size. Next, by type. Click on the view menu and select the option by type. The file of the same type are grouped together and then sorted by name. Observe the file will be categorized according to the file extension as shown in the figure 2.8. So selecting by type option means, by type means, suppose you have saved some movies, okay, you have saved some songs, you have saved some documents, you have saved some folders. It will if you choose by type option, then all the folders are in one group and all the songs are in one group, all the videos are in one group. So this option will work like this. Next, by modification date. To sort files by their modification date, click on the View menus and select the By Modification Date option as shown in figure 2.9. This option arranges files or folder in an ascending order according to their modification date. The files and folder that were last opened or modified get displayed at the last position. Okay, selecting by modifying option. Acha, what is written by modification date? Suppose you have set this option, what will happen? The files and folders that you are last open or modified will be displayed at the last option, last position. Okay, understood or not? Next, changing system setting. Changing system setting. System setting is an application using which we can make changes in the appearance and current setting of the computer system. These may include appearance and personalization of the desktop, hardware and network configuration, system security settings, times and date. Okay, so these are what? The changing system settings. So if you go through all these settings, you can change your systems of Ubuntu. Okay, let's read what is written more. Changing time and date. How can you change date and time in Ubuntu operating system? These options allows you to change the computer's time and date. Click on the session indicator icon. This is your session indicator icon at the top right corner of the indicator area. It displays a drop down list of options. Okay, as you can see from here, you can see all these things. Okay, then select the system setting option to open the system settings application window. Okay, next, click on the time and date icon under the system category. The time and date dialog box appear as shown in figure 2.11. Understood? So this will happen. Here you can see the time and date dialog box will appear. You can see the different location or zones are there. Okay, then you can set the time and date. Understood or not? So if you have connected to the internet, if you click here, automatically it can be also check your internet time. It will set according to this. Next, what is written? To set the time manually, select the manually radio button. You will observe that the time and delete and date text box get active. Set the time and date as desired and click on the close button. Okay, after after setting, you can see your date and time will be changed. Okay, understood or not? So these settings are for changing date and time in Ubuntu. Next, what is written in notes? To set the time and date according to the location, select the automatically from the internet radio button. So these things I am talking about. If you set automatically from the internet, it will automatically select the date and time from the internet server. Understood? Nothing you have to do. Next, configuring the mouse. How to configure your mouse means how to set the mouse. Okay, let's read. You can customize the mouse settings in various ways, such as changing the functions of your mouse buttons or altering the scroll speed of the mouse pointer. To change the setting of your mouse, what to do? Click on the session indicator icon. See, again this session indicator icon, you have to click it and select the system setting. Okay, option from the displayed list. This is the displayed list, as you can see. Understood or not? You have to select system setting. Then the system setting application windows opens. Select the mouse and touchpad icon. See, this is your mouse and touchpad icon under the hardware category. Okay, The mouse and touchpad dialog box appear as shown in figure 2.12. Mouse and touchpad dialog box. These are some options are there for setting a mouse. Okay. Next, under the general section, select either right or left radio button as the primary button, but by default left radio button is selected. Okay, see, by default left radio button is selected. You can choose left or right as per your choice. Next, to change the double click speed of your mouse, drag the slider towards left to make it slow and towards right to make it fast. See, you can drag here, you can drag there. Okay, this is your slow. You can drag it here, it will fast. You can drag it slow, you can drag this fast. Okay, similarly, you can change the speed of pointer. You can change the speed of pointer speed. Okay, understood or not? Next, this is all for your mouse pointer setting, mouse setting. Understood? Next, to check the recent change made in mouse setting, click on the test your setting tab present on the extreme right corner of the mouse and touchpad dialog box. Click on the close button to close the dialog box. Understood or not? So these are some settings for mouse. Next, read. Note, touchpad option gets enabled only if you are working on a laptop. Okay, understood or not? In computer there is no touchpad. In laptop there is touchpad. So touchpad option will enable when you will install this on laptop. Next, suspend or sleep mode. Okay, what is that? Suspend or sleep mode. Suspend is a power saving state where in a computer does not turn off completely. Okay, sleep mode or suspend means the computer can run in inside, but it will not turn off the power. Okay, in this process monitor and hard disks are turned off, but the computer puts our work and setting in run and draws a small amount of power. It allows a computer to quickly resume full power operation when you start working again. Understood or not? Means one type of sleep mode. Okay, it will sleep. When you wake up the computer, it will wake up and quickly it will open. Understood? Follow the step to put your computer in suspend or sleep mode. Click on the session indicator icon. So this is again the session indicator icon. Select the suspend option from the displayed list. Your system turns inactive, and simply by pressing any key from the keyboard your system becomes active again. Okay, so this is your suspend option. Okay, there are other options are there, log out, shut down, as you can see. Selecting the suspend option. Understood or not? If you select the suspend option, it will sleep, it will goes into sleep. Okay, next, fonts. So as you can set your fonts in mobile phone also, in computers also, means in Windows operating system. So like this you can change the font in Ubuntu. Different styles of writing character or text in a specific size is known as fonts. Some of the popular fonts are Abecedario. What is that? Abecedario. Linux, Libertine, O, TypoScript, Verona, etc. Font settings are used to change. These are what? These are the name of fonts. Okay. Font settings are used to change the display of text on the screen as well as on the printed text. See, these are the different type of fonts are there. Font style. See, as you can see, different type of font style or not. To view the available fonts, type font viewer in the search bar of the dash window by clicking the font viewer icon. So this is the font viewer icon to display the list of default font. Okay. Next, adding new font. So if you click here, you can see the default fonts are there. Default fonts means what are the predefined fonts are available in that system. Okay, you can download the different fonts from the internet and you can install whatever the font you required. Understood? So adding new font. Download the font from the internet using the Mozilla Firefox web browser. Double click the font that you have downloaded recently. To select the selected font will appear in the font viewer window. New icon. Now click on the installed button to add the font in the list of existing font. So these are the procedure how you can add the new font. Okay, you have to download it and install it by double clicking. Understood? Next, troubleshooting. What do you mean by troubleshooting? You have to suit the trouble. Understood? Means if there are any problems in your computers related to your software, you can troubleshoot that one. Means you can repair that one. Okay. Assume that you are doing some important work on your computer and suddenly the mouse and the keyboard have stopped working, or your monitor turned blank, or you could not hear any sound from the speakers. Do not panic, as Ubuntu provides features to fix these issues called as troubleshooting. Okay, so if there are any problems, you can troubleshoot that. Understood? Let's read. Power button is not starting computer. So power button is not starting computer. If your computer does not start, then uh, check the power cord to confirm whether it is properly plugged in or not. Then the screen is blank. If the screen is blank, what to do? If your monitor screen turns blank, then there could be a possibility that your computer has gone in sleep. Okay, understood or not? Click the mouse or press any key on the keyboard to wake up it. If that doesn't work, then make sure the monitor is plugged in and turn on. Understood? So these are the problems may arise. You have to check this. Okay. An application is frozen, means system is hanged. Okay. What to do? Sometimes an application may get stuck or frozen. When this happens, you will not be able to close the window or click any button within the application. Okay, then what you have to do? To close the hanged application, click on the dash icon. The dash window appears. Type system monitor in the search bar. In the search bar, click on the system monitor icon to open it. Understood? The system monitor windows will appear. Select the processes tab here. You will find the list of affected process under the process name column. Okay, this is your system monitor window. Understood? Select the process that you want to deactivate. So you have to deactivate it. If you click any of the process, these are the process. If you click any of the process, then click on end process. The process will be deactivated. Understood? Now click on the end process button at the bottom right corner of the window. The application get closed. Okay, so this is the process how to stop the process if the computer doesn't work. Understood? Next, the mouse or the keyboard has stopped working. If you are using a wired mouse or keyboard, make sure it is correctly plugged into the computer. In case of wireless mouse or keyboard, make sure it is turned on and the battery is full charged. The sound is not working. Solution 1. Check the volume level. Click on the sound icon in the indicator area and make sure that the sound is turned on and the volume is off. Solution 2. Check the audio player control. Many audio and video players have their own separate audio controls. Okay, make sure the sound is turned on and the volume is turned off. Turned off in the player. Okay. Solution 3. Check the cables. Make sure external speakers are plugged in, turned on and connected to the correct audio port or a USB port. If your computer has color code port, the audio output port will be usually green in color. Then solution 4. Connect headphones to the computer and see if you can hear sound from the headphones. So these are the 4 type of solution. If sound is not coming, you can check the 4 options whether to come the sounds. Okay, to come back your sound. Understood or not? You can apply any 4 options. Then universal access. Ubuntu provides an inbuilt tools called universal access. It makes the use of computer easy for a user. You can find these tools either by selecting the selection indicator, then system setting, then universal access. Okay, how you will go to universal access? You have to go to selection indicator, then system setting, then universal access, or simply by typing universal access in the dash window. You can type here. Okay. Next, the universal access dialog box appears that contains the following tabs: seeing, hearing, typing, pointing and clicking. Okay, so this is your universal access tab, universal access dialog box. Seeing, let's read seeing. By using seeing tab, you can manage the text size, the contrast of the interface, enable a zoom tool, or even a screen reader. The high contrast and large text property assist those who have vision difficulties. Understood or not? So you can set these kind of options. Next, hearing. You can active visual alert through the hearing tab if you have hearing impairment. Okay, you can also adjust keyboard and mouse settings according to your need through the typing and pointing and clicking tabs respectively. Understood? So you can set all these things. Next, typing. How to set the typing? Typing feature is used to change the settings of on-screen keyboard. When you click on the tab, it displays the following options: sticky key, slow key, mouse key, enable by keyboard. What do you mean by on-screen keyboard? There is a virtual keyboard will appear on your monitor or on your screen. Understood? These are the settings of typesetting window. Okay. Next, sticky key. What is sticky key? Sticky keys allows you to press the keys combination one by one instead of holding the keys together. For example, the Alt plus tab. Shortcut key is used to switch between the open window. If the sticky key are not turned on, you will have to hold down both keys at the same time. But if you turn on the sticky key feature, you will press Alt and then tab to do the same function. To active this feature, select the on or off button located adjacent to the sticky keys. Okay, understood or not? Next, onboard. The onboard program allows you to write or create document using the on-screen keyboard rather than the actual keyboard, which is attached to the computer system. To activate the onboard feature, click on the dash icon. The dash window appears. Type onboard in the search bar. Click on its icon to open the application. Then the virtual keyboard will appear on the screen. Now open a new document in LibreOffice Writer. Start typing using the mouse or other pointing device by simply clicking the required keys on the virtual keyboard. Understood? This keyboard I am talking about. This is your virtual keyboard. You can see on your screen. Searching onboard application. Okay, so you can search the application here also. Then to quit the onboard keyboard, what you have to do? How to quit? Quit means to exit this or to close this. Select the onboard icon located on the indicator area. Select the quit option. The on-screen keyboard and the onboard icon will disappear from the screen. Figure 2.21. This is quit. Quit the onboard keyboard. If you click on quit, you can exit from the onboard keyboard. Understood? So these are all the settings. You have to remember the steps. Okay, once you will do the practical, then you can able to understand how you will operate this operating system. Okay, next, what we have learned. Let's recap it. Okay, the home folder is used to store personal files. By default, Ubuntu uses the files manager for accessing and organizing files and folders stored in a computer. Place a kind of folder that allows you to organize and manage documents, music, pictures, videos, and other files in one place. In Ubuntu, you can view files or folders either in the list view or in an icon view. Okay, sorting means arranging the files and folder by specifying different parameters such as their name, dates, file modified types, and size. System setting is an application using which we can make changes in the appearance and the current settings of the computer system. Okay, next, sleep is a power saving state where in a computer does not turn off completely. Understood? So universal access makes the use of computer easy for a user. The onboard program allows you to write or create document using the on-screen keyboard rather than the actual keyboard which is attached to the computer system. Okay, so these are the things we have learned. Next, train the brain. So these are the questions. Okay, so you read the chapter carefully or from your book, or you can watch the videos, okay, and listen, then you can able to answer this. Okay, these are short questions, or you can say fill in the blanks by choosing the hints and true or false. Then application based question, you have to read this and you have to understand the situation what is written, then you have to answer it. Then multiple choice question, then answer you have to give the answer in 2 to 3 lines. Then activity section are there. This is lab session. If you install this operating system, you can do this activity in your computer. Okay, then group discussion, leave it. Then project work. Okay, what is the project work? You have to do it. This is your homework. Make a presentation on the topic various way to set the system setting, apply formatting effect to make it attractive. Understood or not? So this is your project work. You have to make this presentation in PPT. Understood or not? PowerPoint presentation. You have to make it. How various way to set the system setting. You have to write it. You have to create each and every slide. Okay, you have to present it. Understood or not? So this is your project work. You have to do it. Student, listen, you have to do it. Okay, thank you.